From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here at Inglewood, California.
Yo, the Panthers one is sick. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty sick. Like the helmet, the decals. I ain't never seen nobody with the Panthers on his face.
Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And off we go on Thursday night. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. He's taking a shot on his first play. He's got it at the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Stafford to the air to start us off. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Chased out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Stafford from the gun. Intercepted. Picked off Kendall Fuller. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. After the pick, Stafford back to the air. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. It's the first carry for the Auburn rookie. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Harrison Smith in on the stop. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Stafford. He's trying to push the field. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Ferguson's got it. Complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now Stafford to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Now Stafford again. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Stafford gonna go on 4th. He's gonna push one deep down. He's got it inside the 10. They bring him down at the 7-yard line. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the 1st on 4th down. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're gonna get there, and they drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and goal, it's Stafford. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And they will score. Touchdown, LA! The Rams lower the deficit to a single possession. Point after converted from Carney. And the Rams cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
It's a 26-yard pickup there, and it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He's on the move. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They start out 2nd and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Darius Williams on the tackle. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's McCarthy to throw. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. A physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
3rd down, here's Jones. And again, they stole him out of the line. He couldn't get it.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
McCarthy throwing on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And that's going to be a safety. You know, generally down around your own end zone, you're thinking less of driving the length of the field. Initially, you're just trying to buy some space and prevent a safety.
This is called situational football. You work on it all through training camp, right? It's not just a 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
This can be equally important. Just get that 1st down. Just get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Well, the defense wasn't having it.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10. Here's McCarthy. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
Second down carry for Jones. This is ahead for about 5. That was Darius Williams on the tackle. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Sideline shot is snagged by Hawkinson. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. He finds space into the red zone. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. From the red zone now. Caught near the pylon. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Vikings pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal. Jones. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Vikings electing not to kick it. The offense staying out there. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
50-50.
They fake the handoff now. Stafford trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Nakua nabs this one along the sideline. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throwing now, Stafford. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Stafford to throw again on second. It's caught, Ferguson. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
3rd and 4.
Stafford from the gun. Finding Davis. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, here's Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
53, ready. Hey, 50.
Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
59. Hey, red.
Third and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Vikings get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. On the move, headed right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get Shotgun snap to Stafford. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Room inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Has the LA touchdown. The Rams cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Cardi now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams cut the lead down to 10. Trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. So new kickoff rules, this is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute it.
That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he goes out a little short of the 40. 1st and 10 from the 41. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Has his man. It's Addison. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10 now from the 30. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Oh, nearly reeled that in. As close as you can get. But just an exciting incompletion.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Able to get it to Moore. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That was Darius Williams on the tackle. The Rams showing a nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Motion man right is Jefferson. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Pass is caught by Addison. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Back to the air, McCarthy. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kobe Durant has it. And the Rams will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Throwing deep for the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. To throw, Stafford. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down. Here's Stafford. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Stafford gonna go on fourth. He finds him beyond the marker. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Now Stafford again. Into traffic. Complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We've reached the end. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Stafford from the gun. Finding Davis. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Now Stafford to throw. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. This one misses the tight end. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
Monday.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And the defender comes away with it. It's a foot race. The 50. The 30. The 10. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return. Then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. After the pick, Stafford back to the air. He beams one deep right side. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off Kendall Fuller. And the Vikings take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And they take him down right along the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting block back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Jones once more. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He sends this one to the end zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Rams have it after making their 4th interception of this football game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are...
Oh, the football's loose. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Hey, Kay, these last few minutes make me want to look away. Been a really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, the interception, I mean, start there. But immediately then fumbling the ball right back over, that's none too good either. And they know